Hi there, this is Laura with the Center for Joyful Business. So glad that you are here. Hopefully some people are going to be joining me soon. I know we've been kind of talking up this Facebook Live for a couple days now. So welcome. We're going to be talking about creative business planning. Hi guys, hi, I can see people joining us. So glad that you're here today. And we're going to be talking about creative business planning. And I'm going to be sharing with you some ideas around creative business planning and also my new creative business plan system, which is kind of exciting. It's really fun and beautiful, and so let's talk more about that. I know that if you're watching this and you've been attracted to this community that I seem to bring around me, attract around me, you know that you're up to big things, and you probably have a big dream for 2018, and that includes making a positive impact. And I know a lot of us are really getting more can you see the cattail? A lot of you are getting it's funny how you start talking and then all the animals have to start coming in, so that's just how it is. Jack the Pug is down here, Lucky Kitty is here, so everybody says hello to you. Yeah, so I know that with all the massive changes going on in the world, all of us are getting more and more pulled to want to create a positive impact in whatever way that we can create it. So for each of you, it's really unique and different. And what I also know is that when you create, in creating a positive impact and creating what I call a big ripple, that it helps to have a plan. And you know that when you create a plan, that it actually pulls you forward. So it's kind of like if you're going on a trip to, say, Costa Rica, where my friend Sue Painter is right now. Hey Sue. You know, you can go down to the airport and just kind of wing it and see what happens and see if you might get there, but actually you create a plan, right? You create a plan for, hi, I see so many people joining us, welcome. So you create a plan for how you're gonna get to the airport, what are you gonna pack, how long are you gonna be there, where are you gonna stay, so that you can have the best possible experience in Costa Rica, right? Well, the same thing applies for your business. The more that you create a plan for what it is that you want to create in 2018, then the more likely you are to actually create that, attract the opportunities for that to happen. So let me, and so I got a couple different things I wanted to share with you. One of the things I wanted to share is, you know, I have literally done and participated in like thousands of marketing and business plans. Which sounds really crazy, but in my corporate world, that's what we did. In my corporate job, we had 50 malls. Each of them had to create a marketing plan, a business plan. I was there for 17 years. I participated in all those. And they were these huge mammoth things. They took 6 weeks of pain and grueling work to create. They were in these gigantic white binders. I had a bookshelf with all of them all lined up. And we didn't really use them throughout the year very much. Once things were set in motion. This is really different for you. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, you want something that can guide you throughout the year. And you're not looking to create an official business plan like you're going to go ask for money. Most of us, that's not how we're building our businesses. You know, the plans that we did back in my shopping center days were for investors and for owners. You're actually creating a business plan for yourself. So why not have it be inspiring and have it be something that you're excited about? That's actually fun to create, and it is something that you'll use throughout the entire year. So that's what I have always been wanting. And so I tell you, I have bought so many plans, so many planners, all sorts of things. Oh, I'm waving at Bernadette Demaro, who just joined. Let me just say, Bernadette, you just missed my story about creating thousands of business plans in 6-inch binders that used to sit on the shelf back in our corporate days. I know you can relate to that. So just give me some likes and some hearts for that one. So what I decided is, after buying all these different business plans and planners and all these different ways of trying to create things, most of them were just really, quite honestly, they're just really boring. and they didn't inspire me. And I would use them, and then I would put them away, and halfway through the year I'm like, oh yeah, what was that thing that I created? So I actually created my own creative business plan, and that's what I'm coming out with this year. Hi everybody, I see lots of people joining us, so glad you're here. And this is called the Creative Business Planning System, and I've created a whole experience for you. So I wanted to go through this and share some things with you. Now, whether or not you get my system or you get somebody else's system, you create your own system, the ideas are here so that you can create a plan that you will use in all different parts of your business all throughout the year. And we have Tammy who says, boring, not enticing enough to look back at. Yes, they were very boring. All the things that we didn't like to have in business plans. And so that's why we've created this whole different kind of experience. When you are creating your own plan for your business, why not create it with something that's beautiful and colorful, something that you love to look at and that will guide you throughout the entire year. So that's what I've created here. I'm going to walk you through this, and so you'll get some ideas from this. And what I have done, this is actually a digital product that you print out called the Creative Business Planning System. I've put this into an ARC notebook. You could put it into a 3-ring binder. But it's made to print off, and if you put it into a binder, you'll actually use it. So I use these ARC notebooks, or you might have seen them. Those are from Staples. They have one called Tool, T-U-L, from Office Max. And what I love about it is that because I created it for this, you can just pull them and insert them and custom create the covers. They have all sorts of covers. So they've been created especially for you being able to put them in a notebook so that you can use it throughout the year. So let me show you a little bit more. I've been getting a lot of questions from people. They're like, what is this creative business thing? Do I need it? Excuse me. One of the things I want to say is that I've been testing out these concepts. How many pages is it, Stephanie said? It is about 20 pages. And hi guys, I see lots of comments. So, and they're all tools. So each 20 page is a different type of mind map, and I'll show you what they look like in just a minute, so that you can get started on it in a way that's really creative. And I give you lots of ideas for how to do that. So let's jump right in. So the very first thing you do is I give you a page where you can customize it, because this is your plan. So you write the name of your business or the name of your company on it. So that way you dive right in. But you'll see all the pages they're beautiful. Like, why wouldn't we have a business plan that's beautiful? Does it all have to be boring Excel spreadsheets? That is a question I have pondered for years. Let's add a little beauty to business. It's built on the concept of mind maps, so in a very circular kind of method. This one is where you start, and this is celebrating the current year. So in each of these circles, you write down different things that have happened throughout the year. Here's an example. I've made up some examples here. And so you get your markers out, you get your fun pens out, and you start with, what did you do this year? What did you do? Who were you being? What kinds of things happened? Great, I'm getting tagline expertise over here. Like, they love it. Add a little beauty to business. I am so passionate about having beauty in business, as you can see from my lovely background. Just love to have things that make me feel good. And that's what, actually, to digress, but that's actually why I called my business the Center for Joyful Business. Because what I know is that when you bring in joy and beauty, and you're in abundance, and you're in this place where you're really inspired, that's the greatest productivity tool ever. That means when you're feeling the joy, that means you're more likely to pick up the phone and call that particular possible client. That means you're more likely to create an awesome plan, and when you're excited about it, you're more likely to do it. Simple as that. When you're in your joy, you're going to be excited about what you create, and then you're going to be more confident and excited about doing it. All right, let me show you what else I have here. Then you go into the new year. What do you want to create on the new year? And hi, Kathy. It's so great to have you joining us. And so you fill these in, going in a circular motion, and then you pick out what your top priorities are. when you get the creative business plan, each of the tools come with their own learning video. And they're short. They're 3 minutes to about 10 minutes, 12 minutes at the most. And I show you the blank copy, I explain how it works, and then I give you an example of one filled in. And I give you lots of ideas for what you might want to create in your business, how you might want to use that tool. Now, you're not going to use every single one of these tools. That's what's so great about it. It's really flexible. There's no concrete rules that you have to do it this way. You don't even have to use a marker. You could use pencils if you wanted, or you could use one color pen. So it really made so that you can be flexible, and there's going to be favorite ones that you're going to fill out, and there's going to be other ones, not so much, and that's okay. But I can tell you that the ones that you love, you're going to use over and over again. All right, and then there's a variety of business plan tools. So there's one that is your quarterly business goals. And this ties it into the top 10 most common business goals, which are: you want to create income, do you want to build your list, do you want to increase your visibility, build relationships, personal brand expression. So the top 10 most common business goals. And then you break it down by quarters. And the reason we do this is because you could pretty much say all these business goals are what you want to do throughout the whole year. You're going to check them all off, right? And you can't do all these things at one time. So for 90 days, what is it that you're going to hold? Which business goals are you going to hold? So that's a really good place to start for your year, to get an overview and what is important in my business? What do I really need to do this year? All right, next. I'm just going to give you the highlights of some of the different tools that are here. This one is creating your, or let me back up for just a second. This one is about your current products and programs. It is so common with a business plan. I know everybody wants to dive into the new stuff. You know, what's the new sexy stuff I'm going to create this year? Because I've got a whole brain full of ideas for what I want to create this year. But actually where you want to start is saying, you know, take an inventory. What do you currently have? What kinds of products do you have? What kind of programs? What do you offer right now that people can buy and they can experience you? And then take an inventory. And so you go around and you write in. For some of you, you might only have a couple of things. For some of you, you're going to add circles because you're going to have more products and programs that you offer. And then you want to make some notes. And you're really taking an inventory and saying, is this good as it is? Does it need to be revised? Does it need to be refreshed? Do I need to let go of it? Because sometimes you're hanging on to stuff that's really outdated and you don't need to. Or sometimes you could just refresh it. And then we have what I call our focus first blocks, which are, what do you focus on first? So these are for your current ideas. I also have a mind map for your new ideas. So now you get to the new product offers. And what you start realizing is you can't always do everything. So again, the focus first blocks really help you figure out what's most important right now. For me, I like to ask, where is the energy expanding? How is it going to move my business forward? And that's usually where I get clients to start. All right. The next one is your current marketing strategies. So you did your product offers and programs, and then now you look at your marketing strategies. And you look at what you're currently doing with the same type of lens. What is it that I'm doing now that is working? What is outdated, or I no longer want to do that? We just say, hi, Darcy, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Nika. Again, and it's all done in a circular format. And it's done that way on purpose because that's actually how our creative minds work. And when we start listing things in a row, we want to start editing, and we want to and then it's not in the right order, and then we get all jumbled up. But what this does is just has you jump in wherever you are, and you just start putting things down. And what this does is it gets that brain clutter out of your brain and onto paper. And that is so incredibly important. Because we think, oh yeah, I've got a business plan, I know what I'm going to do. But actually we have all these ideas circulating, and they really do. I call it brain clutter. They clog up your brain. And thanks, Darcy. I see a lovely note from Darcy. She's been with me for a long time, seeing me emerge with all these creative business planning tools. So all of these help get your ideas from clogging up your brain, get it out into paper so you can actually make some decisions about it. Hey, Sally, neighbor. So you get your new marketing strategies out there, or sorry, your current ones, and then you start brainstorming what are the new ones. And I really want to distinguish between what are you currently doing and what new ones are you doing. And that's a really important point, because it might be that you're actually doing a lot currently and you just need to beef it up or amp it up, and maybe just add a couple of new things. We don't always need to add a ton of new things. It's actually better to do fewer things and do them really well rather than trying to do 100 different things. If us creative types can just remember that, that would be a really big goal for the year. All right. There's another creative planning tool called your JV Partners. That's for joint venture. And it's any type of partnerships where you can, if you're a coach, you might partner with a school, a university. You might partner with another colleague where you could share each other's programs. You might partner with a spa or a boutique doctor's office if you're a health and wellness coach. So you want to brainstorm those potential joint ventures, because they can give you access to a whole new community of people who could be your clients. All right. Next, of course, we address the money. You got to have the money. We got to talk about the money. And I have a really fun approach to addressing the money, as my clients can share with you. They're all like, oh, she's going to talk about easy, great, and heaven. And so we have 3 levels of where you start brainstorming around your money. And in the learning videos, I share with you not only how to fill this out for how much money do you want to make in the coming year, but there's a lot of ways you can use this brainstorming around money with how many books do you want to sell? How many people would you like in your retreat? What would be the easy price to charge? What would be the great price to charge? What would be heaven to charge? All right. The next one, get that message off my phone. The next one is the hourglass model. This is the marketing and sales hourglass. So some of you who are into online marketing, you might have heard about the marketing funnel. There's also like a pyramid and ice cream cone and all sorts of things. I like to do it the hourglass because it is a little more feminine approach. To me, it's a holistic approach. You have your marketing activities that you're doing up top, and they all lead to your list, and then they lead to all your sales opportunities, all the things that you're offering below. So to me, the marketing leads into sales, and so often with the funnel, it just talks about the sales. But I lead you through all this in the learning videos, so you have that as a backup. Then this is really good. A lot of people have asked me for a calendar. So this is just a year at a glance where you put your big projects in. So if you know you want to launch a new group coaching program, or if you're going to launch a book, then you would put that in for the year, and you put all your big stuff in. It's kind of like that old Stephen Covey adage that still works, where you put your big rocks in for your life, things that are the most important, and then you fill it in with the smaller rocks. Same thing for your business. Put in the big projects, the things that are really going to expand your business, help you create those big ripples, and then you can fill in with the smaller rocks. I have got this request from my clients all the time, which is a yearly content planner. And this is where you create a theme for your newsletter, and you have that themed out for the entire year. Then you can write articles, emails, blog posts, post on social media, all around your theme for the month. And it really helps you organize your content. And you can be very purposeful in your content and what you're writing so that it actually hits key themes. I know a lot of us, we like to just be spontaneous. A little bit of spontaneity goes a long way. So you can be spontaneous, absolutely. We all want to see pictures of your kitties and, you're at different conferences and events and what you're up to. And Bernadette says, I love a good theme. Bernadette's probably the queen of themes. Yes, and it really helps organize and be more purposeful and intentional about some of your marketing. I got a lot of neighbors watching. Hi, Shaheen. So then what I do is, after you do your yearly content planning and you have your themes, that's your business plan. But what I really love about this creative business plan is I've created tabs. So now you move into the section where you use it on a daily basis. So now you have your yearly planner of all your big projects. Hey guys, I see some clients joining as well, so glad you're with us. So not only do you have your business plan that you've created for the year with your themes, with your big projects, your current ideas, your new ideas, but now you have a daily action planner. Let me show you one that's filled out so you can see it a little bit better. But I hear from a lot of clients, they're like, well, this is all great. I created this big, huge plan. Now I'm overwhelmed. And what do I do today? So this is what you do, is you plan out your week and you say, okay, if I know in the month of January I want to launch a new program, then you start outlining what it is you need to do for that new program. And then you can put in each day what it is that you're going to do. So this is just another version of a to-do list. But what I found is that what's out there in the market, for the most part, they have tons of room for appointments. And all my appointments and most people's appointments are kept online these days. And what we need is to organize all our projects and all our ideas. This also has a place for follow-up and then for personal. And the reason I have the follow-up in particular is because all of our projects get done through other people. And they're all about following up with potential new clients, potential speaking engagements, talking to those JV partners, referral partners, and things like that. So the biggest way to expand your business is by making sure that you're focusing on the follow-up. Then I have a daily content planner. So, we talked about the big themes for the year. So now you take those big themes and then you break it down into, what am I going to talk about this week? For example, I'm doing the creative business planning. So on on this one, an example, I have planning as my theme for every day. And then I actually write down where on social media am I going to be putting some different types of articles, links, photo quotes, provocative questions, interesting questions. What I found is I was getting really overwhelmed with all, when you're marketing your business and using social media, it can be really easy to get overwhelmed of, did I post on LinkedIn yet? Did I post in that Facebook group? What about Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter? Blah, it gets to be a lot. I'm a big believer in pick 3 at the most. Do 1, do it really well. And then when you're ready to expand, add the next one. Do 3 really well. Hey, Kim, thanks. I'm glad you're loving it. But this is a great reminder of what groups are you in and where do you post what for the week. And then you can keep track of it. And those are your key things that you use each day. Then I have another section. Wait, there's more. And there's these really cool, just creative tools. And these creative tools are just things that my clients have asked for over the years, or I encourage my clients to use. So one is a marketing idea journal. When you're wondering what content to write, what articles to write, what blog posts to write, you go back to your marketing idea journal. And these are ideas that you've captured. When you have that brilliant napkin idea and then later on you can't find the napkin, you put your napkin idea in here. After you talk to a client and you realize that this is the 3rd client in a row that you recommended a particular strategy or a resource or a tool, make a note of that. So then you can go back and write the article about that. And you're not ever sitting at your desk wondering, what should I write about today? All right, marketing idea journal. And then we have project incubators. And again, this is using the mind map principle of when you have a project, so often I find that people will put the project on their to-do list. And instead, you want to take the project and break it down into what information do I need? What resources do I need? What support? What money? What are the actions? Who's going to help hold me accountable? So you break it down so that you can see what the baby steps are. And then the baby steps are what you put on your daily action planner. See how well it works together? All right, I just love it. I know, I'm just like fawning over my own thing, but I'm just so excited that I finally created this and created some of these tools that my clients have been asking for and that I really think will help you. Another one is a brainstorming. If you want to brainstorm article ideas, there's several different types of tools in here. There's a ideas to action. So when you're on that teleclass, you're listening to a Facebook video like this, you can take notes, pull out your key ideas, and then what are the things you're actually going to take actions on. Hey, Glenda, way up north, up in Alberta, Canada. So glad to hear from you. And we got the beach. So great. I'm so glad that you're there. So this is the creative business plan. Again, it's about sitting down, creating a plan so that you're more likely to attract that. Hey Marie, welcome. She says, oh, you so are the Center for Joyful Business. That's right, we're living up to it for sure. But this really is about, getting the ideas, out of your head and then focusing. I like to say that scattered energy gets scattered results and focused energy gets focused results. And from a attraction perspective, when you know what's coming up next, you're so much better able to do a really great job of marketing or creating a launch when you've got your plan. But again, it doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be an Excel spreadsheet unless you want it to be. You can use something that's creative and fun. And then what I especially love is that you get to use it throughout the entire year, so that you can look at your big project calendar and break that down into each week and then each day. So I hope you love this. If you're interested in joining us, you can get these. This is a digital download, and then it has learning videos with each of the tools. So I show you how to walk through it. I give you ideas, suggestions for how you might want to use it. And then we also have 3 virtual planning days. One of them is this Friday. So you get your choice. You can come to one or all 3 of them. And I'd love for you to come this Friday if you get a chance. And I know it's before the holidays, so if that doesn't work, we have 2 more after the holidays. So you are welcome to join us there. It's really fun to, we get these things, and I know we have good intentions. I've bought plenty of things where you have good intentions. You're going to use them. But that gives you the accountability so that we all show up on a call. We say, this is what I'm going to work on. Kim says she's looking forward to Friday. She's always in the creative business planning retreats. I love that. And thank you, Arlene. All right, so we have the questions. Everybody's asking the questions. The cost is $97. So it's a really great deal. You get the creative planning retreats. I will be there during all the retreats. You can go to Easy Creative Business Plan. So make sure I have that right. easycreativebusinessplan.com. And you can see all the information there. When you join up, we'll ask you to join our membership site as well. And then you get instant access to all of these. You can print them right off. You can start working right away. You can watch the learning videos. And then Friday, we'll have our first virtual planning retreat. There's virtual planning retreats we get on at the beginning, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So translate that wherever you are. And we get on, and I'll go over all the details and go over a few of the tools and answer questions and things like that. And then everybody gets to set their intentions for the next hour. And then we call in at the top of the hour. And everybody says, yay, here's what I did. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you putting easycreativebusinessplan.com. Thank you for putting that in the comments. But we all call in at the top of the hour. We celebrate what we've accomplished. You get to ask questions. You get to say, here's what I'm going to work on for the next hour. These planning retreats are so incredibly, they're just so incredibly important because, again, we mean to do it, and then Christmas comes in and the holidays, and then we never actually get around to doing it. Hi, Amy. So great to see you. And so we mean to create our plan, but then we don't get to it. And so these virtual planning days have you actually focus on it, gives you dedicated time to doing it. And there's something about knowing there's other people all around the world who are working on their creative business plans at the same time. Makes you more likely to get yours done. And, you don't feel so alone, because I think that's something that happens with a lot of us who are solo entrepreneurs, is we feel so alone in this. So I'll be there in the virtual plans. We'll have a big community for that. I'll be there to answer, I'll be there as your coach. So I'm happy to answer any questions about your business and about the plans. So even that is hugely valuable in itself. And again, if you're interested in this very creative mind map approach, something that is beauty, as we said, add some beauty into your business, and have a creative way of approaching your plan and be able to use it throughout the year, which I think just makes it really stand out from other types of planning type ideas. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. You can send me a message. You can comment below, or you can send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'm happy to answer it. If you go to Easy Creative Business Plan, it's only $97 to join. You get, your business plan. You can print off as many copies as you want for yourself. You can use that throughout the year. And Glenda says, "Fab, you love." Thank you, Glenda. And plus you get a Facebook group, so we have accountability. I'm always posting inspiring planning messages. If that goes together, inspiring planning messages, I make sure that does go together. Plus you get your choice of one or all three of the virtual planning retreats. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll create your plan. I can't wait to see it and help you create it. And again, thank you so much for showing up, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye everybody. Take care.